I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting there. I need something to drink. Where's my glass? Oh, I got one right here. I don't have ice though, and I don't think I filled up the tray before I left. If I was smart, I would have filled up the tray before I left. Nope. I was not smart. It crossed my mind though, just didn't make it on the list of things to do. There's a couple pieces. It'll tide me over. It just isn't a full tray. I've never really made ice, but I like it. It's kind of nice. It's different. I chew it. That's what the trouble is. I've always been an ice chewer. I don't grit my teeth though. Jerry was an ice chewer. I don't know if he still is, but he grits his teeth. I don't grit my teeth. I'm too much of a slack jaw. Yeah, because I meditate a lot, and my body just goes into its own like muscle memory. Just kind of everything gets slack. Just releases and relaxes. My soul sack just goes good. Yeah, because I got it's just kind of what the process of when I meditate. So when I go to bed at night, I'm just in a meditative state all night long. That's why I think that our spirit, when we sleep at night, it's like our spirits, as I understand it, our spirits are venturing out into different dimensions, higher dimensions. What? To experience and learn lessons and to see perspectives that we're not getting on the 3D plane. Because the Earth is like bouncing back and forth between 3D, 5D, 3D, 5D, 3D, 5D, 3D. And there's this like, let go, hang on, duality going on right now with how things have always been, the old programming, into how things actually really are. Because the old programming lies. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. Just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Today I feel really good about things. Had a good day. I did some stuff. Went on an outing. And I timed it good enough that when I got home, Mom wasn't looking at a blank screen. So, bonus. I live up in northern New Mexico, Taos-like house. And it's kind of funny now that I just said that out loud because I got Mom today. Mom got the whole series of House. So we're watching for the first time in 3 years. We're watching something different besides Longmire. So it's kind of different because I never seen the show before. Mom's never seen it, so that's kind of cool. And I got this today. I was going to get this one that the face lit up. It's a speaker, a Bluetooth speaker, so I can play my music. I can put it in my backpack if I wanted, listen to music if I want. But anyway, I can listen to it in the van. Yeah. Yeah, and this one was like $199, and I was like, I was all set to get that one, and then I remember that I know that the Sony one sounds good because I heard I was at Elevation, this coffee shop that I go to, and this kid had one, and I was like, man, that has a really clear sound. That has a great sound, and he's like, yeah, it was only $129 or whatever at Walmart, Wally World. I was like, that's cool. So I went there to get this, and I saw this other one, and then I was like, no, because it had on the box. There's two of them. One had red and a light around it, and one had blue. And I was like, I said, do those lights like change, like rotate? Because most everything that lights up these days, they just rotate. They rotate, like party lights. Like this one will do it. If I remember how to do it. But anyway, he's like, no, I think it's just the one color. And I was like, okay, sure. And then I came home and then I set it up, and of course it cycles through all the colors and it changes around and stuff. And yeah, it is. It is really pretty. And then the girls were still in the parking lot that I met yesterday, that I contribute to their radiator hose fund. Yeah, they had a Dodge Durango. They drove in from Indiana, and the radiator hose busted, and whoever the powers be designated that $200 would get them fixed. And we're on the way, and so I contributed to that. But they were out front of Wally World today too. I had an impromptu trip. I went and met my pal at the I was thinking I wanted to go yesterday, and then when I was at the coffee shop this morning, Veronica, Pisces, she's Pisces. I was talking about how I wanted to go up to the rainbow gathering, and she said that she did too. Now, I was under the impression it was just right up here at Pot Creek. And there might be two separate things going on, actually, in the name of both or whatever. Because I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to elaborate on that a little bit, because where we ended up going was south about 24 miles, and then up a hill another 9 at marker number 49. And I'm like, that's my birthday. That's how I remembered. And then we got up there, and there wasn't, and it's early because I think some of this stuff started like they had people that go out to like get the good spots, They don't got really a whole lot of other stuff going on, so they go out and set up early and whatnot, and kind of be there to help as people come in more and more. But it doesn't officially kick off until I believe the 2nd or the 3rd of July. And so Veronica is real interesting of and by herself. She needs to write her book. She talks about how she's going to write a book. She needs to write her book. Anyway, so let's see. Let me see if I can find the website. Her sister. I wonder if I could close it, because I got sidetracked with that Miami building collapsing. I just saw that like 10 minutes ago. I was like, what the F? A building in Miami. We looked at pictures, Ma. And it does, and it even says it's even reminiscent of 9/11. I mean, come on, dude. This shit is so in our face. It's just ridiculous. They just mock us. Anyway, Veronica's sister has an interesting story, and I was looking at her website. A girl by the name of Briar Rose Bates. She was the first person to volunteer herself to become human compost.
Oh, whoa.
Isn't that an interesting story? She wanted to give her body back to Earth. Isn't that interesting? But she's just this kind of, if you read about her, I mean, these flowers that she's next to in these pictures, she passed away in 2017. But she had a full life. Some people, they don't live their life in their lifetime. They're not living how we're supposed to be living. They're not experiencing, because the way I look at it is we're just in our soul sack. Our spirit is in our soul sack, and we're just in a life library. We're just checking out this incarnation, and we're learning lessons, We're either treating people good or we're treating people shitty. And sometimes both. And it's just kind of all, the way I look at it, always looked at life, is just like dealing with people, It's like, I got a way I want things to turn out, and evidently other people have their ideas of how they think things are going to turn out, and they aren't always congruent, and it creates a lot of problems in this world from time to time. So anyway, yeah. So I went out and I brought my camera out to this rainbow gathering place where they're gathering just south of Taos. And because I was like, dude, all these freaking people from all over the United States. I was just like, it's the Hippy Zoo. Going to the Hippy Zoo. I'm gonna go check out the Hippy Zoo, and I saw plates from Missouri, Nebraska, Arkansas, California. Grace and what was her fellow companion dude's name? Jackson or something like that. I can't remember his name. Got a couple pictures, and then I was so hungry. I was thinking that there was gonna be because that's why I think there's two places, because they were talking about like a barter circle where basically people just have their crafts and their stuff that they make to sell to sustain themselves, so they can just travel around the United States to go to these gatherings, Because now the world's coming back up around. It's like, here come the conferences, here come the, the get, and this, it's all demographics, all walk of life. But this, I just, when we were driving up there, I was just in awe by God's grace in itself, because I'm like, I was telling Veronica, I said, I've been in a lot of places. I said, and ultimately, places are really just all the same. Geographically, they really are. Like this place in New Mexico, it was just like being in Oregon. And even when we got up there, we were there for a little while, and I was like, yeah, storm's coming, and they didn't have no kitchen. They had like a place where they made coffee all the time, but I really needed food, right? So I'm like, and I was like, well, we don't even need to walk up there because they don't got no food, but they called it the kitchen kind of thing. And so I was like, well, so we basically left. We basically drove all the way down there, walked up the hill, looked at some stuff, and then there were these freaking forestry department fucking dickheads with driving around their fucking, $60,000-$70,000 freaking F-350s and shit, brand new shit, driving around their trucks, with U.S. forces, with they had Kevlar on and shit, Kevlar, they're hanging, it's like bulletproof vests under. I saw one guy, and I was just like, dude, you're hanging out with a bunch of stoners. They were just up there, giving kids a hard time. Because that's what they fucking do, man. They're fucking dicks, man. They didn't give me any problem. They had a canine unit up there. It's like, dude, you're hanging out with a bunch of stoners. What do you think you're going to find, Really? It's just like, go the fuck away. Just like, they're all pissed off. That's what Veronica and I were talking about, because their wives haven't freaking found them attractive in freaking 20 years, So they get all mad and shit. And a lot of these guys, I don't want to get on that whole. They're stereotypical that's for sure. It's fucking meathead, dickhead, misogynist assholes. Wish they'd stop fucking buying these fat dudes new trucks, man. They don't deserve it, man. No kind of standards. Anyway, what else? Oh, so on the way back, we stopped. I'm like, this looks like a neat place. Plus, it was a big building. I'm like, they gotta have freaking a snack with something here, And then around the other side, where I ended up, is at the ski lodge up there. and they had a stream that goes through it. And I was asking the girl that took my order, I said, hey, are those gondola? I'm like, can you ride those? I think people should be able to ride on ski lifts and offset. Like me, I said, man, I would ride on it just to take pictures. I said, how is it any different than when there's snow on the ground? It's going to hurt either way. You fall out, don't fall out of the thing. I just want to go for a ride, get some really freaking rad shots, right? They have frisbee golf courses and stuff. I got a picture of a chipmunk running. Oh, I gotta try and show people this. It's freaking hilarious. Did I get it with my camera or with my phone? I got it with my phone. But this place is just gorgeous, man. I kept saying, man, this is just what the doctor ordered. This is exactly what I needed. Here's some of the creek. Here's the creek. Here's the creek that ran. And you can eat right next to it. And then I gotta find the name of it. I got a picture of the sign. So I went down in the little area and got. Here's the little chipmunk dude. Yep, here he is, scurrying across. You can even see his tail up running. Isn't that freaking hilarious? Oh my gosh. It was comedy. His little tail sticking up. I was like, thanks, man. Thanks for that shot. This is when you back out. That's him down here in between the... And then that's the background. And then back here there's a disc golf, frisbee golf thing. But this place was cool, and the freaking... Here's my feet in the water. I finally got to put my feet in the freaking stream. It's pretty cold, too. There's a picture of the stream that I put my feet in the water of. See, I go out and I do this stuff, and I come home and I'm like, okay, Mom, this is what we did today. You know it? But it was so pretty. And then on the way back, like, we were like, oh, but once we decided that we're leaving, we left, and then it started raining. And it was raining pretty good. All the way down the hill, it rained pretty good. But man, the smells, Ma, and all the wildflowers that we looked at. And I know, they were just everywhere, and just, oh my gosh. Freaking 7 billion people on this planet. My ass. So not true. Here's a picture that I came of a point and shoot coming down the hill. It was pretty. Oh, the smells, man! It smelled so good. I even got a picture of the ski ramp. Here's the ski place that I gotta look online and see which one it is. Boop. Too bad I don't ski, because if I did. I don't need to break nothing. I missed that boat. Here's how tall. Here, this is where you get on the ski lift at the bottom, and then it goes all the way up. But see, in South Tahoe, well, these are outdoor. These are just benches, just seats that you're sitting in. But they have like gondola rides in South Tahoe that you go up a hill like that, but you're in an enclosed area. It's enclosed, so I guess that's a little bit more safety conscious. But dude, there'd be some rad shots to get. I bet they turn that thing on when nobody's looking, when nobody's around. I bet people taking people their sweeties, their sweeties, their girlfriends and boyfriends. I bet they made it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it took them. Yeah, somebody took somebody up there at some time for a proposal or something. There's always ways around. So you want to get something done, you just got to figure out who the right people you need to talk to are and what they want. It hasn't rained there for weeks. It rained. It doesn't substantially like. We got storms that move across the. I guess the plain. But it doesn't rain But it doesn't. Where has it rained substantially anywhere? Anywhere. Like, Oregon didn't even substantially rain. It would rain sometimes. And it would get some wild storms every now and again, but not like it did in the 90s. Hi, Test Changer T. Are they... I think even if... I think there's enough moisture that you wouldn't have to, but they're gonna anyway. They're just control freaks. All these federal agencies, man, they're just all freaking indignant, freaking mad, freaking taking it out on everybody. They're just, oh god, the whole system is just retarded. They get paid too much to freaking drive around in big stupid trucks hassling people. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's what all these billion-dollar infrastructure. That's what it was all for. All the police, all the city, all the like utilities, UPS. They all got new trucks. They all got new fleets. They all got to upgrade everything. Everybody got pay raises in the CEO, in the corporate America. And the same thing happened in 2007, 2008. And there's just going to be a lot of floors coming out beneath a lot of people. Because that's how energy works. These people are freaking hogs, Mom. They're straight up fucking pigs. The drain of society comes from the top. It's not the poor people from at the bottom. It's not us poor people. It's the fucking assholes in D.C. that have fucking been sucking on Uncle Sam's dick for 46 years. And just passing around the pots and never getting anything done. And it's just all a show. And Zach on Gematria Effect News and all these other people that are just like, dude. Oh, and Crystal Time. I recommend her a lot, too. I was listening to her before I started my talk. But I'll go back to it when I'm through. Crystal Time. Yeah, Crystal Time, but it's T-Y-M-E. It's Crystal-Time, T-Y-M-E. Excuse me. Yeah, Ma? Oh, you were saying what I was saying? But she is a great decoder. See? Decoder. Because they do all this stuff. There are these groups at the top that have all the money bags. And they sit around and they come up with ways to blatantly live their twisted lifestyles, perpetuating their appreciation for all these evil, demonic, wicked beings. And they do this stuff by performing rituals. And a lot of these rituals are done by numbers. And it's oh so... I think Zach is my favorite. If Zach and Crystal Time got together, though, they would figure some shit out. They really would. And I know it has all to do with the Bible and stuff, too. Everybody has their piece. Has their piece of the puzzle. Yeah, has their piece of the puzzle. And I'm one of those that collects data because I see all the different people that have a different piece. And then I come up with my own way of how I see things could potentially go down. Never thinking I'm ever... I don't know. I can't even say that I'm right because I try not to land on any idea of how any things are going to be. But I do see a lot of pictures in my head, and those pictures I end up seeing on the news a lot, so it happens. But anyway, it was just so nice to get out and about. It was the whole thing, I think it took me about 3 hours. So it was a nice window. Mom was nice and full when I left. We turned on the AC, and it was cool today. I guess it's only going to be in the upper 60s the next couple, like Saturday and Sunday. What day is it? Thursday? So it was like 84 today, and then tomorrow will be a little cool, and then it'll get cooler. We're going on a cooling trend when I see other parts of the country are about to get heat up again. So, and when there's clouds, I always love it because the sunrises or the sunsets are just freaking so wonderful. They're freaking... Mom and I just bounced from one window to the next at about this time in the evening. I should take the laptop outside and share. No, it's too bright. Not yet. Another 10, 15 minutes. I don't know if I can talk that long. I'm pretty out of practice for all. I mean, I went to the Rainbow Gathering, then I went to the ski lodge, and then I hung out with the chipmunk. And I talked to a lady whose sister was human compost. It was a pretty big day. She became human compost voluntarily. She donated her body to science, and it's a place out. Yeah, it's a place out. It's a place out in Seattle. Yeah, they're probably. I think even if it rained and there was enough moisture, they'd still freaking uh, they'd still enforce. They just like to enforce things. Gosh darn it, the enforcers. And they're probably the dipshits that start the fires and shit like that. Fucking idiots. Hey, Cosmic Hillbilly. Then I gotta worry me about the karma that I freaking rack up, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I'm screwed. But no, I think I do. I think I add more to the world in a positive way than suck. I think I do. Did you put a fire? I know. I feel like you know what this is. This is wet. I got it wet, so this is cooling down the back of my head to keep me cool, because I'm a stinking hothead, yeah. I'm a hothead, yeah. Yeah, but don't you still have fishing? You still have fishing up there. Hi, Erin. Things are shaking up out where you are, I notice. I got to go to the rainbow gathering today, but it wasn't much of a gathering. I was like, she said, because the thing of it is like in Northern California, I remember them coming up there all the time, and I don't even know if it's the same group. Maybe they're just all these people that just, it's pretty. So I wore mine. Straight people like rainbows too, and there's like people. Because the article I read, I think it said it started. People have been up there since a while, because they keep posting articles about it in the Taos newspaper. But then, that's why I think there's two different places. And one is like, I think there's two different things going on. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to go investigate the other Pot Creek and see what, because that's where I think there's a lot of people hanging out too up there. And then more people are going to show up off mile marker 49 after July 2nd. 3rd is when it officially kicks off. But it was pretty clean, well maintained. And it wasn't a bunch of like freaking garbage everywhere and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't see anything, people being disrespectful about anything. A lot of dogs, very dog friendly place. Thought Mom, it's a nice place, so I could take Mom and all the dogs, drive out there and have a picnic for the afternoon, come back just for an outing. It's just so darn pretty, man. It's just what the doctor ordered. I just needed to. It's what I need. That's how I recharge. It's how Marge recharge. Recharge, Marge. I go out in nature and I freaking charges like my spirit like a battery. And then I get to come back around freaking earthlings that just do weird shit to each other, treat each other and talk to each weird kind of ways. Humans are just harsh. They're just harsh. But they've been pretty cool around here today. It was a good day. Mom had a visitor. Mom tunes in to Universe a lot, and so she was like telling Veronica about how her dad is really proud of her, and that really Veronica about started crying because her dad gives her affirmations quite a bit, and the fact that they came through Mom, she was like pretty excited about that. Yeah, because as soon as she walked in, I was running around like trying to, because we came in for a checkup before I left it, and I was running around trying to tend to things, so I wasn't listening to what they were talking about, and then she was telling me, and it really touched her, So that was kind of cool. The things that Mom said on Veronica's father's behalf that she felt. Mom's always done that. That's how I get my sidekick abilities is from Mom. Sidekick, you know, like this quiet voice that's always giving us a little heads up, you know. Pay attention. Huh? No. There's plenty of fit. I'm thinking I'm so close to because where I get water, I started filling up the water jug that we had in Oregon, and again with filtered stuff and stuff like that. And so I got it, Mom. Bring her over. And so it's right next to the Taos Tackle, or not tackle, not Taos Tackle, Taos Fly Shop. Yeah, because there's a lot of. Because my buddy Z, he was a fly fisherman, and when we went up to Valentine, Nebraska, like we would drive around and he would explain to me like, okay, that's what you're looking for. That's the kind of terrain you're looking for. And we get out and we walk all over the place, you know. He'd fly and like he'd explain stuff to me. But I've been fishing and around outdoor nature stuff since I was a little girl. I'm more comfortable in nature than I am in any city. And when I start and I still use nature even when I'm in cities to freaking guide me. It's kind of funny. Mother Nature has always been my greatest source of data. So what else happened today? Yep, it was a pretty eventful day. That was a nice drive, though. It was a really nice drive. And got to come home and share with Mom with all the pictures and stuff. It's pretty cool, huh, Mom? Yeah. Mom always gets to go on outings because I take all these pictures and stuff. So she can just experience it by just sitting in the comfort of our own home. And if I wanted to get real into it, my TV is an old Panasonic, and I can stick my camera card in the TV. I'm drying our blanket right now too, Mom. It's in the dryer. And so we can look at the pictures on the TV, on the 50-inch TV. The only trouble with that is navigation is kind of freaking lame on it. Human-computer interface is shit. It's just crap. So, I don't know if you're on Facebook at all. Oh, wait, I was thinking about Carl. And Carl's not here. You quit the Instacrap? That's cool. I'm not on there much. I'm really not. I messaged a couple times. Anastasia cosmetologist. She's an astrologer.
What's her name?
Anastasia astrologer. She's in Australia. So there were she's like 12 hours ahead from here. Go ahead. I got it. Got it? Mm-hmm. I got it. I know where it goes. Tell me. Tell you. Tell me I know where it goes. We're all creatures of habit, right? So, what else? I know something else happened. I just can't. I got a picture. The thumbnail is a 1974 frickin' Indian. I know this. The kid rambled on, and I was like, I know that model. That there's a Harley Davidson, but it's an Indian head, and it's a in pan. No, it won't. But that's my thumbnail. That's the picture that I took at the coffee shop. This kid is he's an Aries too. He's a March Aries. He builds motorcycles. That's his contribution. That's his craft. He's real good at building motorcycles and stuff like that. Yeah, there is. I love it. I love freaking. I'm a gearhead. I just love mechanical shit and engineering and figuring it out. When you have, because a lot of maintenance is freaking is a lot of figuring out some bullshit. They're just puzzles. Is the way I look at it. It's just all puzzle, and you got to put it back together right. Because if you don't, it ain't gonna work. Yep. So, what else? Oh, I think that's about all I got. Mom got house, new series. I got a speaker. This is me splurging. I gave a lot of money away between yesterday and today. I got to help a lot of people, and that makes me feel good. And I was telling Mom about that. I was like, Mom, I said, if anything, just they might be at a really low point in their life, and they might remember, but that just that one deed, that one gesture, because grand gesture when people need it is enough to just be like, you know what, things are shitty right now, but I know that there's good people that exist because that happened before, because that person did that one thing that one time for me when I really needed it. So if I hang in there, then it's that I just seeds of hope, just plant seeds of hope, because man, things are hard for a lot of people, man. They really, when people you don't got a family, you don't got friends, it's just you, or you don't got that support system, man. It's just hard. It's hard in the world. It is, and it's getting harder. It's not getting easier, folks. It's not going to get easier. You have dipshit, freaking, shaky, freaking, wet brain, freaking imbeciles, freaking, in controlling nuclear bombs, making jokes on his own country. The guy's just an idiot. You don't. These maniacal egomaniacs they're gonna cause problems just because they can, because that's what they've always done. Because don't you know who they are? And I hope we don't see no Red Dawn stuff. The original version. I never saw the remake. I'm not big on remakes like that. But the original version, Red Dawn, with Patrick Swayze. I wonder, somebody should do the numbers on him. I wonder if Zach would go and do the numbers on Patrick Swayze. Because that was a freaking... They're all freaking signed up to have successful lives for an undesignated to them amount of time. And then when their number's up, they're part of a ritual. So people really need to be careful. I chew ice. Of read what you're freaking signing your life away to on the contract. And I think about how many people they could have put, like, in the EULA agreement, in user legal agreement, whatever. I can't remember now. It's been years. Anyway, the end user agreement that all these, click here. You got to agree to our terms. I mean, those things are so freaking gigantical. Sometimes I'm like, they could put Lucifer gets my soul, and people don't care as long as they can play their, do whatever they want to do or need to do or whatever. Then I think, there's probably more people on the planet that don't use computers than do. Yeah, that don't, because it's not as big a deal as people make it out to be. They're kind of a hassle. They're supposed to connect people, and look at the USA. It's more divided than it's been. I don't know, my lifetime. Even in Vietnam, I don't recall any other time in history where it was so much division. But it's also in the astrology, in the chart of the United States of America. Has its own chart, and it's about to be hell to pay anyway.